The trainings I want to offer in TAP, first of all, I'm hosting my first skate event. And I want to host events because nobody feels community without being in the room together. So Filipinos, we love to host parties and celebrations, and we'd have these long house parties for the whole course of the day. And that's where we felt the most community. And so that's kind of what I want to do in my local community in Hampton Roads, is get educators in the room so we can feel our presence, that we're not alone through this. And I want to highlight local businesses because I grew up in Hampton Roads, and, my dad was Navy, and this is the Norfolk Naval Base, which is the reason why we have a lot of Filipinos in this area. And this is my community. And so I want to give back to my community. So anything from where I order my t-shirts up to where I have my events, it's nostalgic. It's going to be local businesses that we can support as educators who can support us getting together. But then the second thing I want to do, obviously, is what I'm doing right now, is to speaking to anyone who wants to hear my story, speaking to anyone who wants normal relationships for educators, and wants a voice that's kind of behind the work, that is really passionate about this subject, about healthy relationships for educators, and normalizing that so that they can have a healthy work and life and home life balance. But the last thing is I want to do is PD training. But I don't want to do the standard PD training. Actually, I do that PD training, and I love giving PDs towards anything instruction and curriculum. And of course, the Resilient Teacher Mom, I do PDs about my classroom management approach. I love doing that stuff. But on a practical note, I want to do some PDs about how to live life as a teacher who has a home life as well. So I'd love to give PDs about the relationship you have with yourself, the relationship you have with the job, and the relationship you have with the community. Now, with self, I'd love to have a workshop for anyone who, if the classroom is a stressful place, how can I create a space, or how do I look for a space where I can be me? A me space. I'd like to talk about that. I'd like to talk about knowing your strengths and figuring that out, whether you're introvert, whether you're an extrovert, what type of personality type you are. Self, finances. I'd like to talk about budgeting on the side. How do you save your money? Where does that money go? If you are in the home buying network and you just want to know, as an educator, what does it look like when you're in the home buying process and you're working your job? Like, what are some things that I need to have in place first? If you're married and you are scared, or you're engaged that you won't have time for your spouse and you won't set good boundaries with work, that's the PD I want to give you. If you're about to have a baby, how do you prep for maternity leave? If you're coming back from maternity leave, how do you come back from maternity leave without feeling overwhelmed and inadequate? That's the preparation I want for you. If you're a woman of faith and love Jesus like I do, I would like to give you a PD about how to bring faith into your classroom, how to bring faith into your personal life as an educator. Also, I would love to highlight the voices of the people who I'm in network with at the Teachers as Partners. It's an educator support network for a reason. I'd like to highlight members' voices as well who have knowledge in those areas.